boxing fans, to another great show with Sean on boxing. Imagine John Boxing taking the opportunity to jump on non-black fighters for using PEDs and making this whole PED thing into a race thing. Black athletes in America have been caught using PEDs going back 40, 50 years. Some of my favorite athletes were black American athletes that got caught using PEDs. Barry Bonds, my favorite baseball player of all time. I don't care that Barry Bonds used PEDs because everybody else was using PEDs. He's still the best player to ever play the game. A 40-40 machine, a home run monster. Shane Mosley, Evander Holyfield. Recently, a lot of guys, just not big name guys. See, that's what John's not saying. That the non-black fighters that got caught, many of them have had name recognition. A lot of the black fighters that got caught haven't had name recognition, or women boxers that once again didn't have name recognition. So because of that, it's easy to look over them, look past them, ignore them completely. He talked about how people tried to make Floyd Mayweather into a drug cheat, but then he ignores the whole time frame that literally Floyd Mayweather fanboys had complained about Manny Pacquiao using PEDs from day one. Before that fight was really relevant and was just starting to be something people were talking about, even though Floyd, I think, was retired still, his dad came out and said, oh no, we're not going to fight him. He's using PEDs. And then that became the big talking point for the next 8 years when we were talking about Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. But who's the guy that got caught using an IV that broke WADA protocol? IVs are used to mask drugs. Of course, JB don't want to talk about that because no black person can ever do wrong. Oh no, I mean jails are full of black guys, but black people can do no wrong. It's everybody else's fault. Black athletes can't cheat, but we got a long list of black athletes in every sport, baseball, boxing, football, that got caught using PEDs, NBA, like literally. Nobody's highlighting it because no one really fucking cares. When Marion Jones got caught, Marion Jones was my favorite female track athlete, right? I thought it was just a witch hunt. When Lance Armstrong got caught, I thought it was just a witch hunt. They spent millions and millions of dollars just to prove that he was cheating like everybody else in the bicycle industry. No one else could win those awards that Lance had because literally everybody else had already been caught using drugs. I mean, the amount of money on the table is exponentially higher today than it was back a few decades ago, which tells you the amount of cheating is probably exponentially bigger than it was then. I went to high school, played basketball and volleyball. My volleyball teammate trained with Ben Johnson. He was on juice like crazy. So it was no surprise to me when Ben Johnson got caught using PEDs, because I played volleyball every day with a guy who trained with Ben Johnson and was roided up fucking to his gills. JB likes to go to the gym and lift heavy. If he opened his fucking eyes, he knows everybody in the gym that's big and lifting heavy is on some side of fucking supplement. Some sort of illegal supplement if you are a professional athlete. The shit's normal. And this is people not getting paid millions of dollars to participate in the sport. This is just everyday common people. High school football players are getting caught using PEDs. High school football players, university football players. I mean, people use PEDs. They always have, they always will. You go back to the guys that first started feeding these drugs to people, like the snack dude. These guys told you from day one. The breaking of new technology far exceeds the testing, meaning that guys are using drugs and using it in a certain way that isn't even being able to be tested yet, right? That's why HGH was used by everybody, because there was no test for HGH up until probably 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. Human growth hormone, right? Everyone was using that. because they could get the same benefits of using steroids, but without being able to get caught using testing. He just wants to make everything into a race thing. He just wants to hate on every non-black fighter. He just wants to discredit every non-black fighter. And if someone's doing great, have an easy excuse to pull out of his pocket about why this person is not better than the next black fighter. Because obviously he's a non-black fighter, and we know these dudes are all using PEDs, because nobody is better than a black person. No athlete is superior to a black person. No one in boxing could be better than a black person.